10 years ago in clinic, I'd say to people, it's trauma. And they say, what do you mean? I didn't go to war. I wasn't raped, because they only assume trauma like being at war or being sexually abused or something like that. But the architecture of trauma is, and I'm going to speak from my personal experience, okay? Because I had 8 concussions. I was living with post-traumatic stress and still functioning as an adult. I look back at my life and I can't even imagine how I did it. But trauma is something that hurt me. It's physical, emotional, perceptual. It doesn't matter. It's an injury or an insult, they call it in medicine. Then there's an emotion attached to that. Now that emotion is anger, fear, sadness, whatever. And then there's a story I tell myself about it. That's a triangulated action. Trauma is the body's inability to resolve the triangle. I have a physical issue. If I just fix the physical issue, but I don't deal with the emotional or the story I tell, then that loop repeats and that energy stays in the body, because that trauma holds energy or emotion. We think about trauma as being all these events, but a trauma can be an accumulation of experiences over time. And then to the point where the trauma is your partner didn't say the right thing to you on your wedding day, or your boss yells at you at work. In other words, our ability to process all of these emotional experiences, perceptual experiences, requires us to be able to take that, whatever that problem is, regulate the emotion and tell a new story.